Alright guys, in this video I have a 2018 Kia Optima, and customer complaint is that the blower motor only works on high. So I already have the key turned on, I already verified the concern, and I'm just going to verify it with you guys at the same time. I'm going to put you guys up to the vent while I turn the switch, or actually I'll let you guys hear it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So as you can see, I have nothing happening on 1, 2, and 3, and 4 gives me full power. So I'm going to turn the key off. And at the same time, I decided to pull up a wiring diagram, because we are going to diagnose this and we're going to do it together. So, as you can tell, this is just your plain, typical blower resistor. There's nothing special about it. It's just a little box that has some resistors into it, and that's it. Into this diagnostic, I want to take a second and go over the wiring diagram with you for this vehicle. Now, this is a pretty simple wiring diagram, and I'm not going to spend way too much time onto it, but I am going to spend enough so you guys understand the way that the system works. So, from the customer complaint, we know that our system works on high. So right from the start, we know that our hot and on, which is right here. Oh, take this. Okay, feeds our blower motor relay, and our ground is at this GE02 point. Now, as soon as the key is turned on, my coil side of my relay is powered up, and right away my blower motor relay switch closes. This guy comes over here, closes, and it sends 12 volts directly to my blower motor as soon as the key is turned on. So now that we know that our system gets 12 volts as soon as the key is turned on, and that our high works, I'm not too worried about my power side, which is up over here. What I am worried about is my ground side. Now, the way that this system works is you have a little relay box. Sorry, not a relay box, a little resistor box. And inside of this resistor box, you have, as you can see, 3 resistors that are in series. Now, as soon as you add all these resistors in series, each resistor gets calculated to the next resistor. So let's just say this is 1 ohm. If this is 1 ohm, and then this is 1 ohm, then that would equal out to 3 ohms. So when we go on to our low speed, which is if we come down here, we get our ground. Our low, number 1, has to travel through 3 resistors, and then it goes on its way to our blower motor. Same thing with our 2, but our 2 will come up and it will go through 2 resistors on the way to the blower motor. And our 3, well, our 3 will go up and it'll only have to pass 1 resistor on our way to the blower motor. So with all that being said, we have our high that is working, which is number 4, which is over here at pin 3. But we do not have 1, 2, or 3 that is working. So it's safe bet to say that our blower resistor is probably the issue. But we have to also check this area. We have to check this connector. And we have to check all the inputs for each blower speed going into the resistor pack to make sure that they are actually there. Because if they are not there, well, there might be an issue with the AC control module. So we're going to go through and we're going to do all of that in this small video. So that's what we're going to get started on right now. So you got to be very, very careful when you're doing this and not just say, oh, we've seen this 1,000 times. It's the blower resistor. Attack every single job that you do like if it's brand new and that you've never seen the issue before. That's how I do my diagnostics, because if I go on the assumption that I've seen it so many times, let's just replace the part, where I would get myself in trouble and you guys would get yourself in trouble too. So let's just go by step and see what we find. So this is going to be very, very simple, okay? I highly doubt I have a problem with my switch, but we can actually check my switch very, very simple. Add this connector right here, M23. And how are we going to do that? Well, we know that our signal is a ground. So if I take and I hook up a separate load to positive, and I touch on each wire while turning my dial, I should have a ground signal that comes out of each. Now if I have a ground signal that comes out of each and it lights up my load, because I'm going to be using a light bulb for a load, then my switch is not my issue. So that is my plan of attack for this, and I'm going to bring you guys along and we're going to get started. Alright, so this is my blower resistor right here. This is the connector for my blower resistor. What I'm going to do is take and remove my blower resistor connector, and we are going to come and we are going to see our pins. Make sure our pins look good, they don't look burnt. And then after that, what we are going to do is verify our grounds coming into the blower resistor. And the way that we're going to do that is I am also going to be using just a power source, and I'm just going to use my blower motor power source for that. I have my wiring diagram. What color is my wire? And my green. Gray. Green. I don't have a green here. Do I? Oh, yes I do. So green is my power, and my wires onto my connector for my blower resistor are all ground. We'll make sure my light lights. So as you can see, my load is lighting. I'm happy with that. Now what we are going to do is test each blower speed one at a time onto this connector. So I don't really, well, I'm not going to say I don't care. We'll go one at a time. So pin number 1 is my, oh, they don't even give me a wire color. Oh yes they do, yellow. So yellow is my pin number 1. So I'm going to turn my blower on to 1. I'm going to connect my connector to number 1, which is this guy. And we're going to test for that one. That is number 2. Am I on the right one? Looks like if they made a mistake. Oh, no, I made the mistake. So my white is my number 1. Sorry, that was my mistake. So white is speed 1. Let's check and make sure. As you can tell, speed 1 works. No problem with that. Now we're going to go to speed number 2, which is my yellow, which more than likely works. Speed number 2. Now we're going to go to speed number 3, which is my green, which is this guy. And as you can tell, speed number 3 works. And last but not least, we are going to check speed number 4, which we already know works, but we'll check it anyway. And that is speed number 4. So all my grounds coming out of my switch to my blower resistor are good. And I tested that with a loaded circuit, so I am very confident with that test. So now, the next test that we can do is take and ground out the pink wire to verify operation of my blower resistor, ground from my blower resistor, which we are going to do right now. So I'm going to take and grab a ground and we shall test that. Let's see if this works like this. There. So now all I am doing is taking an alligator clip. I will hook it to a ground point. Sorry I'm not moving you guys around for this. It's very hard to navigate you guys while underneath, so I'm trying to give you guys the best view. Now I'm going to take, if you guys can hear, my fan works. So that means that my leg from here to my blower motor, that splice that was on the wiring, is good. So like I said, more than likely we are dealing with a bad blower motor resistor, but it's just good to check everything
at 100%. So I'm going to go one step further on this one now, and I am going to remove the blower resistor. So in order to remove the blower resistor, you have two small screws. I can't seem to find my small screwdriver. So I think somebody took it on me. Alright, so let's get this going. Put this guy up in here. Turn. At least I get the other one. We might actually see what's going on with this guy. Really doesn't make any difference. It's going to need one, but if I can maybe fix it for the client for right now, just so that they have a variation of heat and order one in, you know. All right, and there we go. So that's my issue. Hopefully you guys are picking that up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna resolder it. It's a pretty easy fix, and yeah, I'll put it back in, see if everything works. Alright, so now I have everything fixed. I'm going to reinstall, and I will give you guys a after shot of everything working. Alright guys, so now we're gonna test every single one. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I can feel it. I'm on the vent right now. Put it to 2. Now we'll put it to 3. And now we'll put it to 4. So, that's fixed for right now. Like I said, I am going to be putting one on order. And after everything's ordered, we will take and replace it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. And if you did, please like, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you guys next time.